Hey guys, welcome back to the Strange Dice Fellows podcast. We are the Masses Guild bringing you episode 2 of the All Saints RPG. This is part 2 of the introduction, so we'll get right back to it. As the carriage that Galmia is riding on strolls into Aldshire, it comes to a quick stop in front of the Wise Quail Inn. The carriage that the cart that you're riding in with Kuzlin stops outside the town. He says, "Hey, I'm gonna see my horses out here. You go ahead."
Okay. I assume there's an inn or a pub or
Yeah, there's one.
maybe there.
Sure.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the carriage stops and Galmia gets out. If you'll put her on that far side. Zoara, realizing that Galmia exited out your side, hurries over to her side, not comfortable with the idea that she did that to her. So this one? Mm-hmm.
It's gonna move over this way.
Yep. Shh. And Happy, you're left on that side by yourself.
Okay.
What does everybody do?
I'm gonna head to a pub or bar or drinking establishment.
I'm gonna say bye to the kids and head back to the Wise Quail Inn because I got some business to take care of.
Okay, you walk inside. Happy walks past all of you and enters the inn.
Alrighty.
Is that a demon?
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to myself.
Did I overhear that?
So you would know that demon are called Shar.
Alrighty. I'm going to go back in and find Lorenzo if he's still there.
Okay. You walk in and you see Thane is behind the bar. Where he always is.
Because he never leaves.
He looks particularly drab today.
Ooh. Hello, Thane. You look very handsome today.
Oh, handsome, huh?
Indeed.
Well, thanks. I thought I'd get dressed up.
Oh, for what?
The festival.
Oh, that's right. It's coming up soon.
Oh, he yawns.
Do you ever get any sleep?
I'm the only one that works here, other than when you help out.
Oh, so maybe just like a little bit. You need to get more people in here.
Well, I guess it's gonna get busy tonight, so while everyone's gone, I was gonna try to get a nap, but then you walked in.
Yes, I'm looking for Lorenzo. Have you seen him?
Oh yeah, he went on to the festival.
He went all the way to the festival? He has something of mind. Do you know the quickest way to get there?
Walk outside and take a left.
Well, that is quick. Alrighty. Thank you, Thane. Get some good sleep. I got to go find him.
Hey, did you find those baby quail?
No, I didn't.
Well, what have you been doing this whole time?
Running for my life.
Alright.
Alright.
Have fun at the festival.
I will. Get some good sleep.
I wish I could enjoy the festival.
Why don't you come?
Oh, I need sleep. It's the only chance I'll have to get any.
Okay.
The hunters are gonna fill this place tonight.
Oh, joy.
See you later, Happy.
Bye.
As you try to leave, Galmia comes to the door.
Do I see her?
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. And I know who she is, obviously. Okay. I stand there in shock and just start getting down on my knees. It's like, oh, Your Majesty, what are you doing here? I am not worthy.
I'm not royalty.
But you are so elegant and I hear nothing but good things.
Well, what's your name?
My name? It is Happy. Your liege, Your Majesty, Your Highness.
You can call me Hecate if you don't wish to call me by Galmia, but Galmia is just fine.
No, I like Galmia. It's prettier.
Well, happy. It's good to meet you.
It's good to meet you too. Did you happen to see the little kids in the carriage? I'm
Yes.
friends with one of them, and I just wanted to make sure she was okay.
She's doing great.
Good, good. I am so sorry, but I actually have to get going. I need to take care of a couple of things right now. And I'd love to stay and talk with you, but I gotta take care of it.
Of course.
Okay.
Though, are you going to the festival?
Yes, ma'am.
I suppose we're all going the same way.
Are you going to? Well, obviously you're going there. It's your thing.
Yes, I'm afraid I have to go.
Okay.
Not to say that I don't want to.
Is there any chance I could hitch a ride with you?
Sure. Why don't you go ahead and head to the carriage? I think there's room on the back.
Oh, thank you, Your
I would
Highness.
say you could... Highness is definitely not necessary.
Okay.
I would say you could enter with us, but it's a little full now.
Cool. How many people are in there?
4.
Okay, well, I guess I can just walk beside. Is there any space up front, maybe, with the driver?
There is no driver. Actually, I think there is a seat up there.
Oh, would you mind if I grab it?
Sure.
Thank you.
You can lead the way.
Oh, wonderful. Yes. Are we going right now, or do you need to grab something?
I had something to address here, but then I was going to be on my way.
Okay, well, I'll wait for you in the carriage.
Okay. Do you leave?
Yes.
Okay. Does anyone else walk inside?
Anybody want to grab a drink?
If everybody's walking in,
Who else is?
I will, because I told Witten I would meet him there.
Glyph will stand up just outside, kind of keep an eye outside. He doesn't like going inside.
Okay.
He's got a duck underneath them doors.
Histion would probably go in.
Okay. Histion, you walk in, and when you do, Galmia is talking to Thane at the bar.
So yes, I know there's at least going to be a few of us, and I just wanted to make arrangements for it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Look, I can't say it's not going to be crowded.
Of course. I hope that will be enough.
Oh, it's more than enough. Thank you.
Of course.
And she turns around, and she sees you. What are you doing?
Just standing against the wall pretty much, just making sure everything's okay.
She sees you, and she kind of catches herself for a second, like not a gasp, but almost a gasp. And she walks up to you, and she says,
Histion, are you going to continue going with us further beyond this town?
Of course, but I figured might as well keep an eye on the person I'm supposed to be protecting now.
Thank you. I had told Glyph to wait outside.
and she comes out.
All right, I'm ready.
Vale walks up and he says, "Galmia, I wasn't too comfortable with that."
She says, it's okay. Some things I need to do on my own, of course. But you're right, though. I won't hesitate to remember that I don't have to be alone anymore.
She gets in the carriage. What's next?
I think Glyph's gonna just follow outside the carriage for the time being. Stretch his legs.
Okay.
So,
What are you doing?
Waiting on Lit.
Okay.
I know where they're going.
You go inside?
Yep.
Alright. You walk inside to the Wise Quill Inn. You walk inside and you see this man has his head like this.
I'm not gonna disturb him since I don't need food or drink. I'll just sit at a table and wait for Wit.
He goes to the table and waits. The carriage begins to pull off that way. And once it gets around to the far end, about to exit, Wit's cart rolls in with the horse in tow, and pulls up to the stable, which is that building there.
Which one?
Let's see here. Oh, it's actually where the cart is. So you hear the horses go by, most likely. If you want to roll to see how well you hear it, you can. You definitely hear some signs of it. You hear faint hoof clops as it goes by. And the carriage is all the way off the map now, as you guys have left this area.
I've been stood up.
No, the carriage, not the cart.
Oh, yeah, this is off the map now?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can hear the horses make a whinny outside as they're pulled to a stop.
I guess I'll go outside since I don't want to make a scene with the barkeep. He's sleeping.
Okay. You walk outside, and you don't see anything immediately outside. But then to your left, you can see that Wit has pulled up to the stables. He's seeing to his horse.
I'll walk up and talk to him if he's.
Oh hey, you're still around.
Yeah. I told you I'd meet you here.
Yeah. He takes a palm brush and starts to rub his horse's side, and then gets a lot of the dust off of him.
Okay. +3 in animal handling.
You want to give me a hand here?
Sure. It's been a while.
You excellently get the rest of the dust off of his horse. It's a reddish color, dark gray, dark red. I think it's called a bay. And he gives the horse some oats and an apple.
He has a good color to him.
He does. I like to make sure he's a healthy shade all the time. He's from the vial.
Are you going to the festival?
No, I'm like I said before, I'm tired. I need to rest. It was a long journey.
Yes, I'm sure it was. I need to actually attend the ceremony. Perhaps we'll meet up again tomorrow, if you're around. If not, we'll meet each other again.
Yeah. He goes to the front of the cart and he hoists the urn up on his shoulder. He says, "If I'm still around." And he walks into the inn. Alright, and we can remove all 3 of those pieces.
I was going to steal the horse.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I'm just kidding.
So what are you doing now?
I'm just going to follow where I saw the carriage.
Okay. As you're traveling, you are next to Vale. Would you like to talk to him?
So, Mr. Red, what is your story?
Well, I'm from the Outlands. My father was one of the rulers up there. That's why I've got a last name. He's a good guy. He's got his hands full with all the snow up there. My people take great precautions not to be caught in it. But a long time ago, I heard about a tournament they were having to have someone protect the Hecate. This is when I was a kid. And being a Highlander, I was a little bit more fit for the job, you could say. So I traveled here and won. And they said that I'd be by Galmia's side forever.
Well, it looks like you've accomplished your goal quite well.
Not until I know she's safe and successful from all this. You see, I'm the only one that's really known her whole life. Well, since I met her when she was a little girl. I'm the only one that's been allowed to be around her all the time. Kept her safe. Helped teach her anything I could about the wild. But I honestly didn't learn too much from when I was a child. Other than the basics of survival, of course. We all had to have that in the Outlands. What about you?
Well, I'm just traveling through the woods.
Well, This may be a field, but I wouldn't say you're out of the woods just yet. What's your relationship with Vale? Is it 0?
Yeah.
Is that a 1? Glyph. Zoara has not acknowledged you since you entered Aldfield Ascending. She's marching dutifully, hand on the hilt of her long sword, gripping her shield tightly, helm forward. You have no clue what she looks like.
Glyph is observing her, looking at her mannerisms, movements, just kind of studying her. It's kind of like something he does because he's so socially awkward about things. Looking for something to spark an interest to start a conversation.
Roll investigation.
19.
Now pair it with an insight roll.
16.
The way she's walking right now is very strong. She has a strong stride. However, when you walked outside of the carriage and they were all mingling in front of the bar and she was in front of Vale, she was walking very femininely and very daintily in her armor. And you pick up on that very subtle difference.
Shoot, I don't even know where to go with that.
Everything has a script.
Yeah.
At least she's not sashaying.
Throw anything at me.
So do we have anything to be worried about out here?
Yes, we do. We have, well, I haven't studied the exact species of beasts that roam in the fields, but I would assume that spiderlings come out of the forest and wolves abound. She hasn't talked to the others the way she's talking to you.
So, well, how does that sound like the way she's talking right now?
She's talking to you like it may come across as like hateful, but she means it. Paired with your good insight roll, you're having a good interpretation of her right now, and that is that she's talking to you like a fellow officer or almost a commanding officer.
So what were the name of those animals again?
She mentioned spiders and wolves.
I kind of got a decent survival, so maybe we'll try to spit off some facts about them or something or whatever,
Okay.
So I guess roll for survival there.
Sure.
For that.
Spiders have 6 legs.
So I got like a 22.
Okay.
No, wait, yeah, 22. Yeah.
Choose one to tell her about. Which one do you know more about?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know anything. You'd have to tell me with that.
I'm saying choose one of the animals.
What was it, like a lynx thing or something you said, right?
Wolves.
Wolves? How about the wolves? We'll go with the
Okay.
wolves.
They're big, furry.
You spout out information that you know about wolves from living out in the southern jungles, that is the time that you spent there. And you tell her that wolves travel in packs. She stops and she turns around and she looks at you through the slits in her helm. And she says, "Yes, they do." And then she turns back around and keeps walking.
Yeah.
And that sounds perfect.
The cart gets about up there.
I think it couldn't go any better.
Yngvi walks up behind the carriage. Make a perception.
Haha, nat 20.
You feel that someone has joined the group.
Okay. Well, obviously he's behind me, so I'm probably just gonna like peer around the corner, try to see.
You want to just lay flat?
Just sneak underneath the car. She'll never know. She'll never know I'm here.
You see him, you see that he doesn't see you.
Oh.
There's a 12. Still.
You're a man of all whites. Is it really that hard to
It's
see?
true.
Okay.
Just wait till we get in the snow.
You disappear completely.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so alright, so I do see him, yes, if you will, but I'm not just gonna like jump out of the carriage and be like, hi, how you doing?
Okay.
So
you
I'm
stay
just,
where you're at.
yeah, I'm just gonna stay
We
where-
can't like sense each other's.
I don't think I can, but maybe you could.
I think I can cast something to do that, but
What are you doing then?
What is this?
I'm just. How fast does the carriage move? Is it more than walking speed, or
It's actually really slow.
oh slow? Okay. So I'll quicken my pace to where I can come up to probably Glyph.
Roll insight check on your question, actually. Okay, you got a great score. You know that you actually put it together now that you're actually walking behind it, that Wit was actually pulling the reins, now that you think about it, to keep his horse back. And he may have even made a few faces of annoyance.
At the carriage?
Yeah. At the pace.
Oh.
And trying to keep a distance from closing in.
Spooky.
I don't know him well enough to suspect him of anything foul, but that was odd. I look behind me, just.
From where you are, you can see back into town, and you can see that the horse is, like you left it, tied up. The cart is stationed where it is. Nothing's changed.
Okay. I'll approach Glyph. Not quietly, though. I don't know what he is, right?
No, you know what ranks there are.
I thought those were new.
Yeah, but you've seen like one or two. So
Okay. Would it be obnoxious to say Ransor?
No.
I guess it'd be like saying
It
Elfer.
depends on how he
true.
responds to it.
Hail Ransor.
So he kind of talk, or like stops and looks over his shoulder. Hail, pale creature.
I'm gonna catch up to you. I was given permission to escort Galmia along your travels also. From the Justicar? The judges.
From the Triumvirate Kings.
Triumvirate Kings, yes.
Triumvirate Kings. This was not revealed to me in any way.
I asked them for proof, but they seemed to think it wasn't necessary. You'll have to take my word for it.
And how good is your word?
Again, you'll have to take my word on that.
This does not seem to be going anywhere.
Roll performance. Or persuasion.
Well, yeah, I could. 23.
It's pretty convincing.
Yeah, pretty convincing.
You can challenge it with insight if you'd like.
Yeah, I am going to challenge it with insight.
He seems to wrinkle his brow, giving it some thought.
I can understand his perplexion.
I got a 10.
Alright. And pretty convincing.
Pretty convincing. Perhaps you should.
Are you not the authority in this situation?
Actually, I don't think. Am I the authority in this?
No one's told you are.
Oh, no.
But you like how Zoara talks to you.
Hey, if you need to dress me down in front of her, I understand. Bros before you met Mo's.
I like the way that works.
Perhaps you should inform. I forgot her name. You just said it.
Zora.
Zoara.
Yeah.
Perhaps you should speak to Zoara on this matter.
Introduce me.
I am still new to this whole thing here.
Zoara keeps looking over her shoulder trying to eavesdrop, but like without, and then realizes she's eavesdropping and then stops and turns back around. But then is struck with so much curiosity she keeps doing it and then keeps catching herself. But she's right there.
Just like a lady to eavesdrop on a conversation.
Zoro, have you heard anything about a new companion that we have just acquired, it seems?
She turns around, happy to finally be included in the conversation, and she says, "No, but we shouldn't interrupt Galmia again, but she'll make the call once we reach the Abbey."
I'll keep a respectful distance to silence your fears.
Now, who did you say you were again?
I'm Yngvi.
Yngvi. Nope, never heard of you.
You wouldn't have.
The carriage gets here. And make a perception check for Vale and Histion.
You see?
18.
You both look to the side as you see two little furry heads pop over one of the hills. Oh, look! Pups. They are dusty brownish gray, and they are Aldshire wolf pups.
I don't see any like adult wolves or.
Glyph doesn't sense any of this.
I'd probably attempt to call towards one. Oh, come here.
One of the hills. Close to them. The one on the right creeps forward towards Histion, and it very hesitantly doesn't notice anything else, and it gets up close to you into the next tile, and it looks over its shoulder and barks, and the other one moves 3 tiles forward and moves the rest of the way to Vale. And Vale bends down and starts to pet it. And he says, "Oh, they're much nicer than the ones up north."
Yeah, that's nice. I was like, that's the other one.
Perception check.
Speaking of
Disadvantage.
wolves,
Mr. Wolves man over here.
Disadvantage.
Do it at a
Roll
disadvantage. Oh, it would be 15.
Okay. They are definitely doing something on the other side of the carriage.
Glyph's gonna, I guess, kind of stop to wait for the carriage to kind of walk past
The
them.
carriage moves 2 tiles forward.
Why use excessive energy that he doesn't need to. And he's gonna look to see what's going on there.
See what's going on.
Yeah.
And be like, oh look, pups.
As the carriage turns slightly to where it's straight, for a moment, both wolves look to the left, and the wolf next to Vale sees Happy,
Oh gosh.
and it stops being a cute little puppy,
Oh.
and it snarls at her and bares its teeth, and Vale gets up. And the Highlander getting up after like stooping down is quite the height change on the elevation, and the wolf does like this and bares its teeth at him and rolls it.
I was gonna say I can't like roll. I guess it's too late now then. But I was gonna have him like roll like a survival check to see like what his intuition is of the pups.
You can do it in battle too.
Okay.
I'm gonna move this to garbage.
sure.
Are we all rolling initiative?
Anyone that wants to.
If it looks like they are engaging whatever's going on here,
Mhm.
I'm gonna assume his post and keep protecting the carriage. If it continues moving, I'm staying with it.
Okay.
Does what's her name continue with the carriage also, or is she
She
staying?
hasn't noticed.
Okay. Well, if she hasn't,
She's up like near the front of it.
have I not noticed what's going on?
You
Then?
have.
Okay, I'll alert her then.
Okay. We'll do
If she
that
stays
on,
with the carriage, I'll stay with it
we'll
too.
do that on your turn.
So I need to roll initiative. Then.
If you don't want to. If
No,
you
I'm just gonna stay with the carriage regardless.
Okay.
If she goes with them, that's fine. If she doesn't, I'm just letting her know.
Okay. So when you go up to talk to her about this, she says, "Let's see how the 3 of them do." If that's your wish.
I'll guard their flank.
I'll walk with the carriage if you want to watch, and make sure they're okay. Okay, Happy. What's yours?
17.
Okay.
Guess I'm
Histion.
going last.
12.
I rolled a 6.
Vale pulls out away because he feels like he's scaring the animals, and he goes back to the side of Galmia's carriage to protect the left side. Happy, you're up, but you're in the front of the carriage.
Oh my gosh.
So you know, roll insight.
Okay. 18.
It's the pup that chased the quail,
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
and it recognized you. It recognized those ivory scribe horns and pink flesh.
Didn't have just died from natural causes.
So what do you do?
You know what? I'm gonna try to see if I can calm him down.
Okay.
Because I know he's not gonna like me. And if all else fails, we'll figure it out from there.
The hills are rough terrain, and everything else is not.
Okay. Let's see here. What do I have? Alright, I'm gonna use animal friendship
Okay.
and see if I can get him to calm down. Just go over the hills.
Now you used spells yesterday.
Yes.
Do you still have spells?
I still have one spell slot.
Okay. This will be your last spell.
Okay. And what a waste. It's
Yesterday meaning last session, last week.
yeah. I got a 13.
Okay. And what's the save?
13?
13.
Yeah, 13.
Oh, I'm supposed to save on that.
Oh,
He fails. He looks at you, the targeting the one that recognized you.
yeah.
He looks at you, and animal friendship works. What does it do?
I'm gonna call him over and just calmly pet him on the head and just reassure him that, everything's going to be okay. I'm sorry that I attacked you earlier, but I needed to defend myself. But now, it's all over, and you're not going to hurt me.
What does the spell do?
Just calms him down. Actually, let me look that up. Lets you convince the beast that you mean it no harm.
Okay.
So, I mean you no
It
harm.
is convinced, and it barks for its brother
Okay.
and runs off into the den.
Okay. And the den's right there. Now both of them go, or just
Nope,
one?
just the one.
Okay.
The other one, however,
Yes, I got you.
looks at Histion and tries to bite him. Not interested at all in what his brother has learned. 14 to hit?
Nope.
It misses as it just nips at you and misses. How much did you heal when you took a short rest?
Only three hit points. I'm only at 5.
Okay.
So.
Alrighty. Histion, it's your turn.
That was not a very nice thing to do. I'm gonna try to grab it and grapple it, hold it in place. I'm gonna actually
Try
try
to
to
touch attack. So do strength.
Nat 20.
You grab it and it's held, and this bite is no longer functioning. As we go to Glyph.
I'm gonna use animal handling and try to calm it down.
Okay. It's held, so you walk over there and you try to soothe it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and try.
13.
It's gonna make a will save. It beats your soothingness and it growls at both of you. It doesn't like being pinned down. Top of the round goes to Happy.
Okay.
So closer, I guess. Huh?
Yeah.
Get right up on it.
Alrighty. So
And
let's...
Yngvi is up there with the carriage.
Alrighty. Let's see
The
here.
carriage lurches forward one top.
There you go.
I'm suspicious if that was a distraction. I'm making sure I'm covering, just keeping my head in a swivel.
Make a perception check.
22.
You see you're coming up on the Abbey.
Mhm.
To the left of it is a graveyard.
Well, I'm also gonna try animal handling because I don't really want to hurt these guys. But
Rough terrain. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6. Okay.
Can you reach it?
Rough terrain.
Rough terrain, so half speed.
I think
Yeah.
you could walk through Vale's tiles though and get there.
Okay. So right about there. Okay. Let's go. Oh, that sucks. 7.
Okay. It's going to make another will save. And it
And it
passes.
does.
It doesn't like you at all. His turn. Histion, you have him held. He's going to try to break the hold. He's going to try to force his way out with his little puppy string.
Okay.
And he escapes.
Jeez,
Because he got a natural. He
Okay.
pulls out from behind, choosing to use his agility rather than his string, and gets out and lunges at you again. $14 does not hit, does it?
No.
And he bites you. He tries to bite you, and it doesn't go well. It's your turn.
Little dogs, this is not how it's supposed to be done. I'm gonna try and grapple him again.
Okay.
So it's just stream. Then it'd be 11.
Does not get him. He dodges out of the way, having learned from you. Glyph, you're up.
He's gonna try again for his animal handling there. Let's see if he can calm him down. There we go. 24.
Here you go.
Animal handling?
buddy.
Yeah.
You tap into Gaia as you reach out and try to soothe him. And you can see the blades of grass kind of move in the wind. A rock rolls down one of the hills, and the puppy looks at you, and his eyes kind of shine for a moment. And if you are not holding on to him,
No.
he scampers off.
That is how it is done.
But he goes into the hills, not into the cave. All right. So the 3 of you.
So Glyph will say, like I said, he'll look at Histion and be like, "That is how it's done, little elf."
Most better than my plan. But I'm glad we didn't have to hurt them.
That is true.
Continue talking.
Glyph's done. He's just gonna start walking off. That's all he's.
We're such awkward turtles.
Well, the cleric sees the graveyard and is wishing that he could turn undead already.
So 50 divided by 3.
50 divided by 3, that would be 39 point something. No,
No, it would be
I'm
like
sorry,
17
19.
something.
It's 16.666 repeating.
Okay.
So 20 experience points for the 3 of you.
So
What
how
was
much
that?
did you say?
20 for the 3 of you.
20.
Okay.
So going back to your experience points that we talked about, last session everyone got 50 experience points for completing their goals.
Did you say 50?
You got 25. Yours is still going.
Right.
Whenever you go and talk to Wit, you see that the quest becomes active again.
So 50 last week and then 20 just now?
Mhm. The carriage moves forward. It starts to head towards the Abbey and less towards the graveyard. Roll perceptions as you guys swivel past the graveyard. That would be not Glyph, but Vale, Histion, and Happy.
Okay.
Glyph's not.
You're on the probably back on your side.
Okay.
Yeah, moved everybody.
What are you rolling for again?
Perception.
Perception. Okay.
12.
18.
If I saw the graveyard, I probably would move up.
Roll perception as you get close to it.
Running into it.
You guys can move the map to be suited with where we're at.
16.
16? Okay, cool.
So we're like up here.
Yep.
You still hanging out in the back?
He moved up to inspect the graveyard. Not into it, but like closer to it.
Like up over here?
Yeah, that's great. But Happy looks past it and using her infernal eyes, you see that there is a spider on the last tomb looking off the map into the distance. And it has its legs like up like this, and it looks like it's like hissing at something.
Hey, did you all say that? There's a spider out there that's
And it's a little spider, it's not very big.
it's hissing at something.
It's smaller.
And then
Yeah.
Is it like a tarantula size? size?
No, bigger than that. It's a tiny creature.
Okay. But yeah, there's a spider out there, and it's hissing. That's something. You want to go check it out?
Phil says, well, it is a graveyard. There's probably a lot of spiders in there.
Yeah. Yeah, but this one is acting very odd for some reason. What do you guys think?
Now that she's brought our attention to it, can we investigate?
Yeah, you see it now when she points it out.
That is unusual behavior.
Glyph, roll perception.
Perception. 21.
You can see that the puppy has stuck its head out of the den.
I guess Glyph could assume that there might be something larger out there. I guess, I don't know if it would be a history check or survival check to see what would cause a spider to hiss.
Survival.
Alright. So, maybe 14.
You know, without even going over there and looking, you say something probably disturbed it. That's your thought process, anyway.
That's my thought process. But it's not enough for me to be concerned about anything, right?
Probably not.
Yeah. So
As long as it stays away from Galmia.
the spider's over there. We are here. Leave it be.
The carriage gets 2 tiles closer to the door of the abbey. Zawara looks at you and says, should we go in?
I hate doorways.
This is a very big door. There's room for the carriage.
Perhaps. Why not? As long as I don't have to bend over.
Scared you'll scratch your horns.
It's just an uncomfortable feeling. Claustrophobic like.
The carriage stops in front of the doors. What are you guys doing with the spider?
I'm just keeping an
I'm
eye out.
gone.
You're headed forward?
Yeah.
Towards this, like, progressing with the storyline? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Vale stays with the carriage too. Happy?
I'm curious about it, but
The two of you are standing next to each other, like, wondering what to do about this.
I don't even notice him right there. I'm keeping an eye on the spider, but I kind of let it go because I have more things I need to do. But it's gonna bug me that I don't want to be the spider, but I'm gonna keep moving on.
Spiders aren't bugs.
Zawara.
Everything has
That's
a purpose.
perception check. She doesn't see anything. Alright. The Galmia gets out of the carriage. Huh. Well, I guess this is where we say goodbye to this thing. Until we come back. She pats it.
She told me it's the carriage.
She wasn't talking. She's talking to you guys, but she
She pat the carriage or she pat thin air?
She pat the carriage.
Okay.
Like, but looking at you guys. It looks like it would fit, but I don't think it would be appropriate to pass through.
Are we intending on taking the rest of this journey by foot?
We'll be coming right back here. The path of the Meek lies ahead, and it's a sort of jetty out over the ocean. And you can see to the bottom right corner that it drops off very soon. Like the ocean is right near you.
The ocean? How far are we going?
Not much farther.
Okay.
Do I know anything about do I need to do a history check and know anything about this path? Was it Pathway of the Meek or whatever?
You've never heard of it, regardless.
Regardless, I've never heard of it. Okay. Path of the Meek.
They gave you no briefing, no training.
Well, that's the way it feels.
Other than fighting, other than combat.
Uh,
No lay of the land, nothing to expect. They taught you to be ready for anything. Well, Should we? She's about to say something, and the doors like burst open again, and Ajora and Ronka run out of the carriage, and they look at Vale. Huh? And Jorah says, "We've been in there too long." And he's dragging his giant wooden kukri totem, clanks on the steps as he steps off the carriage. Ronka says, "Ajora, wait for me!" And they all turn around and look at the adults.
Probably thinking, what a weird bunch we are.
What are you doing?
I'm still watching them. When they start going inside, though, I'll follow them.
I see.
I'm just covering.
Galmia makes a perception check. Who is that? She says to Vale. And he says, "Did you meet Vale?" He says, "I don't know who that is."
I don't think so.
I think the wolf pups
that's
distracted
right.
him.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey! Vale walks to the edge of the abbey corner. He says, "Who are you?"
Glyph kind of like, oh, you gonna say
Yeah,
something?
go ahead.
Oh, I was say, Glyph kind of just yells out something with them kings. He says they gave him permission to follow us.
Galmia laughs and says, "Permission." Galmia walks up next to Happy.
Is there something I can help you with, Kiri?
I'm kind of shocked that she knows what I am, but I was simply sent to ensure that you met your arrival with no ill happening to you. It seems you have.
This is only the halfway point. Would you like to walk with us?
I would. If that's okay with you.
Of course. Are you a Kiri of Hecate also?
I don't know.
Deception.
Deception? I did not deceive myself.
I told the truth, the whole truth, and the full truth.
She shakes her head and she says, she just roll insight.
You don't know. Okay.
She accepts it. And you all walk in if you're ready to go.
She rolled that bad.
She rolled in that one.
She believes in everyone.
She believes in everyone. That's why we love her.
So, as Glyph walks up to the door, he just kind of stops and looks at the door frame and
This building is old. This sign outside says Aldshire Abbey, or Aldfield Abbey.
would he be able to remember anything of that in history?
No. It's not your history.
He's mostly just looking at it with just a little bit of anxiety because he has to walk through another doorway.
This looks dwarven made.
I have a religion.
Good.
17.
This was not initially built to be a religious structure. It looks like it's been added on to. The add-ons are not dwarven, they're elvish.
I'll tell Glyph if it looks like he's trying to figure out, if he's just staring at it, I'll tell him the history that I know of it. Does it look like a fortification first and then it was made into something else?
Yep.
So it's probably guarding the sea,
Guarding the sea.
or
It's
some approach from the sea.
Doorway that I have to go through.
Ajora looks up at you and says, "Do you have a problem with doors?"
My horns for one, and it's just... I prefer nature, outside, the open. I go in here because I must.
You could go around.
Go around.
Yeah.
Are we not going into the building? Is there nothing in the building that we're here for?
He laughs and says, "It's just a passageway."
Then what's the significance of going through a passageway?
Entering the festival.
So what's the other way around?
He says, "Well, through the graveyard or through the cliff by the sea." He smiles.
Do I know Happy's name yet? Has she like actually introduced herself to
No.
me?
You don't know anything about me.
She likes it that way.
And you never will.
We have a very cohesive party.
We're so open and sharing here.
We love to network.
Some of us don't even know where we are.
And he doesn't know what a Shar is, right? Yeah. He would look at, after getting that news of being able to go around, he looks at Happy and says, pink beast of what you are. You want to go look at that spider?
But you said earlier that it was of no importance.
Well, I learned that I can walk around as opposed to going through a building, so
Wait, you can't go through buildings?
I don't.
Are you not fashioned that way?
I do not like going through buildings. I
Why?
prefer the outdoors.
Oh, so you're a nature person.
You could say that.
Okay. So,
You're going around the building?
He doesn't like going through buildings.
okay, if you are terrified of going through buildings, I will take you across the graveyard.
He's not afraid. It's an uncomfortable feeling, like
It's okay, you don't have to be brave for us. I'll take you along. And I grab his hand and just pat it.
So you guys going to the graveyard?
Sure, we'll walk around.
Okay.
I'll go with them.
We'll stroll through the graveyard.
Okay.
I prefer open air myself.
Everyone else walks into the building. So if you're in the building, put yourself on the building if you would. Let's see here. Ajora goes with the Ashguard. Ajora is the one with the... Yes, you know. Good job.
Oh no, we lost it.
Good time for it.
So Glyph's gonna look
Intermission.
at Ajora there, and what would he call him?
Well,
Maybe, but I was thinking more of like, I don't know, I'm trying to think, as opposed to using the word student, like something like to call me-
Underling.
Oh, it's apprentice.
Oh, what?
Apprentice. There you
Yeah,
go.
but I'm not. But he hasn't really. I mean, he's not really an apprentice yet. It's like, I mean, he's.
child.
I guess. Maybe we just call him little one.
Acorn. Nickname him Acorn because he's not grown up into a full tree.
Little acorn.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
So Glyph looks at Ajora there and says, "Yeah, little acorn there. With your wisdom of walking around, why don't you guide us through?"
I've passed through there tons of times.
Well, great. Then you should be able to teach me something new then.
Walk quietly.
And he starts to head through. Does he let him go first?
Yeah, I let him go first.
Oh
yeah.
my god, you're
I'm
just
gonna
a
keep-
child to us
No,
too.
I'm gonna keep a close eye on him and be ready in case he needs.
He's gonna roll stealth.
So,
Dragging the thing.
Yeah. And you see that he drags it and he twists it between the graves. Now you roll stealth.
yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna roll stealth too. That's not very great, I don't think, but it's a 5.
The spiderling got a 2. Dora walks up behind it and lifts up his giant wooden cookery totem and whacks it. And the spiderling is sliced in half. Got him.
Those are some pretty good moves there.
Yeah, you might learn something. Acorn. He hops into the next map.
All I'm thinking here is like they seem like brothers. It's so cute.
Back to you guys for a little bit. Galmia turns around. Zoara walks up to her and says, "It looks like your Ashguard has left you." She steels herself a little bit and says,
That's interesting. I suppose he's just passing through also. To the other side then.
Vale shakes his head.
We're all new at this, Galmia. We're all just learning.
And she nods.
Of course.
And Ronka says,
Where's Ajora? I gotta go find Ajora.
and she runs through to the other map. Who else is in there? Histion, what are you doing?
I'm gonna be kind of quiet, but
Galmia looks around and realizes that there are only 3 people around her again. She looks at you and says,
There are moments in the future where it would be very unfortunate for the circumstances to go this way. That's what my companions are saying. We don't want it to be a indication of the future. If there are characteristics and actions that we need to address, then we will.
I apologize if I've disappointed you in any way.
No, you've not at all. And I thank you for staying by my side.
Your quest is one most noble. That's why I must stay by.
Vel nods and says, we can't let our guard up, not even for a minute.
As you see, I stayed here to protect her.
Zohar says, you did, thank you. You did a good thing.
I hope I'm doing the right thing.
Who do you want to impress upon the most?
Probably at this point I'm trying to impress upon to Galmia that give me direction.
Okay. You can say one last thing to her before the scene moves on.
I hope I'm able to continue to do the right thing. The burden weighs heavy on me.
It's amazing how quickly the right thing can change.
She seems a little bit cold in that statement, in that she's not necessarily ready to... She's still waiting to see if what you say is accurate. Galmia? And a man that was in the far corner of the room, bent over a praying stool, gets up and he walks over. There you are. The festival's been going for a while now. We wondered how long you would be. Is the carriage's magic holding up?
Ah. She looks at you and says, this is the Grand Abbot.
She walks up to him and she says,
Fulgor.
she helps him. He's very old. Long white beard, white hair, white robe. He's obviously a Norn. Interestingly enough, strapped to his back is a sword. He says, it's very good to see you again. I haven't seen you since you were a little girl.
I'm still very much a little girl in many ways.
No, you've grown into a very, very capable young woman. It's time you see that as well.
I suppose that we will see today, won't we?
If I could let you take anything, Galmia, it would be the confidence that I think you should have, that you do have inside you, and that you'll need to achieve your goals. You're very, very controversial. You know I don't agree with everything. Vale and Zohar are just quiet. What is Histion doing?
Histion's intently listening.
Back to you guys.
So we're still in the graveyard here?
You are making one more stealth check.
One more stealth check.
Everybody?
Just
12.
okay. You make it through the other side.
Alright.
What are you guys doing?
Just following behind.
Ditto.
Okay. Makes. Are you gonna fly?
Do I need to?
Nope.
Then I won't.
You get through.
I am going to look through the area, keeping an eye on everything. Probably gonna sneak through.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
15.
Stealth check for you.
18.
You both make it through the other side.
Woohoo!
Back to Histion.
No evil spiders.
Or spiders.
The music has reached you, and it's bad. Galmia, Perhaps the entertainment that has been supplied at the festival would do good to see you.
She says, perhaps you're right. Thank you, Fulgor. I appreciate you keeping the cathedral safe.
Of course, you know, Galmia, there's someone waiting that's very excited to see you. She's going to be so happy the day's finally come. She's been waiting 22 years for this.
I know. I'm excited to meet her as well.
Anything from Histion? Pass through the cathedral, through the abbey. So the group is split. You guys are coming out of the graveyard next to the hills.
Okay.
You guys get there first.
Get where?
To the party.
Oh, back with the rest of the group, you mean?
No, the group is not out yet. You guys, I'm saying you guys are ahead.
Oh, okay.
They stopped and talked.
These guys are hanging out right here in this little area. And in this area, in Histion, you can listen to, so I don't have to describe it again. This area is take a good look at all the different details, and as we get to them, I'll describe them a little bit more in depth. But you have the hills coming down to a very quick cliff. And there are festivities all over. There's people everywhere, basically. There are 3 soldiers placed you can place them anywhere you want. Okay. They look like they're trying to patrol and make sure everything's okay. There's streamers, there's those strings that have the triangle fabric to celebrate with. They're all blue and white.
Flags.
Yes, flags. There's people everywhere. There's lots of stalls set up with people giving out free refreshments. And in front of you is Lorenzo, very upset. Oh my, this is horrible. How does she play with this thing? This is not going how I wanted it to. Happy, what are you doing?
I stop right there. I see him. I look him dead in the eye and say, Lorenzo!
Oh. He runs up to you. Take this thing, this awful musical instrument, if you can even call it that. And he throws it back to you. Forget the quail. You cost me more than... Oh, gosh. And he runs off through the graveyard.
Well, that was easy.
Jump for spiders, young man.
I was ready to give him a good talking to, but hey, I got what I need. Thank you so much. I missed you.
Tip Lorenzo.
Yeah.
Goodbye forever.
The lute kind of glows as it's happy to be back in your presence.
Yay! My baby's back. I love you
What
so
do you do?
much.
He's going to, Glyph's gonna, as he notices the festivities in front of him, he's gonna take up, I guess, his duty here and start observing the area, looking for anything suspicious or, he knows that the rest of the party is going to be coming out, so he's going to, make sure that there's nothing going on as they exit,
Okay.
come in the area.
Investigation.
Investigation is going to be investigation. There it is. 6.
Alright. You walk south. Down to the other side of the abbey.
Down here.
Yeah. And you can see graves that are not in a graveyard. They look like they go all the way to the edge of the cliff. Which makes you think, insight check?
Let's see, that's interesting. That's going to be 22.
It makes you think, the land used to go further.
That's what I was thinking. Interesting. Interesting observation, but I don't think he's gonna risk. He needs to pay more attention to what's going on around him for the moment.
Yngvi.
Do I see the Norn?
No.
I suppose I will get closer to Galmia and rejoin the group.
So you're gonna try to walk from the other end?
Yeah, from just over here.
Walk into the Abbey?
I mean, this is the last place I saw them coming through, so I assume that's where they
You
are
walk into
now.
the back entrance of the Abbey, and Ronka runs into you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No damage done.
Oh, wow. Are you a Norn too?
I am.
You're really strong, aren't you?
Stronger than some, weaker than some.
Can you heal good?
I can. Do you need healing?
No, I like to heal.
Huh, it's a noble calling.
You see her staff in her hands. It's a very basic tree limb.
It's like a focus.
Well, if anybody needs healing, we'll help them.
I'm gonna go. I'll say yes, and you'll do a great job, because I can see that you are very skilled at healing. When I touch your staff, I'll make it glow.
Oh, I am.
Yes, you are.
Ronko had one for you.
You're stealing my fridge.
Okay, Candy.
What'd you do to it?
I just cast light on it.
She walks away and she's like,
Hey, I know that spell.
Involve me.
but she's still happy that you did it.
But I actually didn't know that she could actually cast anything, so
No.
I just assumed she was playing.
Adora walks up to Happy.
So you got your loot back.
I did. And you got through the spiders. I'm so impressed.
Yeah, they're easy to kill.
I noticed you sliced it right in half. But, in the future there is an easier way. You could pet him, you could bribe him with food. You don't necessarily have to kill them.
You don't have to tell me that. I'm a druid. I know. But some things aren't good.
Like what?
Like
And I get down on his level.
he likes that. Like spiders that live in graveyards and hurt people that try to come and pay respects to the dead.
Oh, I didn't know there were evil spiders. I just figured all animals are sweet and kind.
Spiders are not sweet or kind, but the ones that live in the forest are good.
Okay.
The ones that cause harm to people, that invade people places, they're not good. They might not be evil, but they're not good either.
So that's why you're here, to take care of them.
Yeah, and somebody's got to look out for you.
Aww.
He looks away.
My heart just melt.
I pat him on the head and I know you're going to be a great protector.
He realizes what he said to you, and he shakes his head and he says, I'm not the protector.
What do you mean?
He looks over at Ronka walking past him. And he runs off.
Oh, so cute. I love these kids.
You notice that you roll an insight check.
Me?
Mhm.
Okay. 8.
Nothing.
Nada.
The group comes out. Galmia sees you first, and she says,
Covering the other end, I suppose.
I was. Your protector, Glyph, thought that there may be danger on this side, so we decided to join you on the long way.
Does Glyph hear him say that?
roll perception.
I didn't want to say you couldn't walk
8.
through a building.
Nah. You got the ocean crashing beside you. The waves are particularly rough.
This thing looks very eroded.
Well, shall we go?
After you.
What's Happy doing?
Yeah, tuning my lute. No, it's perfectly tuned for me. I guess let's see here. I'm probably just gonna check out what the guys are doing over there. I just see them in the distance, like, what are you guys doing?
These guys?
Yeah.
Alright, you walk up and you see Histion.
I see I left you alone for 30 seconds and you're already winning prizes.
Well, it's not really a prize so much as it's an heirloom, I guess you could say to me. It's very precious.
I'm glad that you've gotten it, either way.
To that way, beside him. Go to the towel. There you go.
I'll get it right one day.
Is there something precious of yours?
You see him sort of reach to his pocket and nothing in particular.
Okay. By the way, we never introduced ourselves. I'm Happy, by the way.
I'm Histion.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You know, normally people don't trust people like me, but you seem to like me a lot. I have a good feeling about you.
I'm glad that someone does.
Give him a big smile.
Just sort of nods.
0.5. 0.5 with Histion and Happy.
Was there a specific order that they walked out of the Abbey?
Just what they are on the map.
So, Galmia came out first.
Yeah.
So, Glyph's gonna take notice of that,
Okay.
I guess, as long as I don't have to roll anything.
Yeah, he does. Galmia takes 2 tiles forward. And as soon as she does that, 2 tiles forward, she catches the attention of the crowd. And everybody swoops in. So people are coming in, talking to her, oohing and awing, and she's like nodding and doing her thing and waving. And she also takes out her staff and casts light on it. You notice that the train of her gown is rolling over the grass quite smoothly.
Glyph's gonna move in. I mean, he understands he's supposed to protect her. He's gonna move in cautiously, like concerned. You know, just. But he wants to get closer. I guess I don't know where this little one.
Ranka is about 2 tiles in front of the first person. In front of Yngvi.
And over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. But he's gonna want to try to get within 1 tile, and just be observant of what's going on.
She whispers, "There you are."
Well, fear not, our little acorn slayed a spider for you before you got here.
The three of you, 5 experience points.
Completed the quest of the spider.
Watch spider get hit.
Yeah.
You avoided the second one and got the first one.
We got our spider killer.
I was tempted to make Yngvi grab his skirts and run. Eaten by spiders.
If no one does anything in this moment, she finishes with the people in this group and heads towards that cliff there. She goes to the left tree.
It's gonna be close.
Is anyone else
At least
following?
with the tile. But she wants which tree?
Left one. The
This
one
one?
here. No, the one you're at.
The one she's at. Okay.
Alright. Hot on her heels.
When she gets over there, the furthest
she's gonna stay
guard
behind.
walks up to the person right there. The furthest guard walks up to the person that's right there and talks to him. Ranka makes it to the first guard closest to me. Ajora is with Ranka. The female on this side walks up to the 2 of them.
No. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
This first male hugs the cliff and reaches the furthest out point further that way. Okay, 3 tiles forward.
Okay.
And that one stays where he is. Galmia touches the tree and says out loud where everyone can hear, "Kuros." That gets your attention. How do you respond?
I'm probably freaking out a little bit because I feel a transition coming on or something great happening.
You get a point of anxiety, magic anxiety. However, we gotta determine what you want to call that in that stage of the game.
Anxiety sounds good.
Okay.
Anxiety sounds
Anyway, this is a long scene. These are different faces from the ones that we're used to. Cutting some of this out. Anyway, she walks to the next tree and touches it, and she says, "Hecate." And you kind of realize, oh, nothing to worry about. She's just doing, I can breathe. This one moves 2 tiles that way.
This one?
Yep.
1, 2.
This one should be 2 tiles past him, in front of him, and the same tile in front of him. Right there, and then he's next to it.
He's next to it?
Yep. Anybody doing anything?
Glyph's just observing, it wants to, she's reaching out, touching the trees, so he's curious, so he's, inspecting from a distance anyways, looking at the trees, see if there's anything significant about them, or if they're just regular trees, or...
Roll. However you want it, what role do you want to use? You get to say.
Nature.
Okay, do it.
What is it, 19... 22.
For being on the edge of cliffs, these trees are very grounded, have very grounded roots.
So they're old trees then.
Mm-hmm.
Like, very interesting.
Vale walks up to Happy. We'll come back to you in a second. Vale walks up to Happy and says, "Well, it should be nice if we had some music."
Well, I have a lute I can definitely play for you guys if you want to.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Alright, you roll your performance check.
Okay. That is good. Let's see, 16, 21.
Everyone
Sorry,
is
pictures.
enthralled. Where do you walk when you play?
I'm gonna go up this way towards the kids.
Okay. As you walk and you play and you don't stop playing, you see this woman is talking to a Drora. Everyone is enthralled by your music, but they're also all looking at Galmia and what she's doing, so you're adding to the suspense of her ritual.
Yay!
Provide the soundtrack.
So she...
+1.
Does it look like she's going to be touching that third tree?
Yep.
Alright, so he's just going to stand and watch before he interrupts.
So you're readying the action?
Huh?
You're readying the action of interrupting?
I don't know if I'm readying an action with her, just wait till she finishes before... I mean, he understands the significance of a ritual.
Okay.
So he's going to wait, he's not going to interrupt
He
the
understands
ritual.
the significance of ritual more than most.
Yeah. So he's not going to interrupt until she's at least finished.
What's Histion doing?
There's no one else sort of in this area besides Glyph and Galmia, right?
And Histion. Yeah, that's you. Yeah.
Well, I hope I'm there, but...
Identity
gonna be
crisis.
turning and sort of scanning the crowd.
Okay, when you do that, Vale notices, and he starts to run towards Galmia 6 tiles. Not running like in a scared way. He's not like scaring anyone, but he's like, oh, I need to be close.
Swift, like a bunny.
Basically me going into alert.
And she walks over to the third tree, and in a quieter voice, she says, "Kami." And then she turns around and smiles at you. And the people like clap and applause and hoop and holler, and they're happy. Even more happy because of Happy.
Yeah.
This person,
That's bad.
forward, moves about 4 tiles back,
Like this way or?
that way.
Oh, this way.
Yep. And places another one behind him.
They starting campfires.
You can't tell what they're doing.
So
Those singer campfires.
do I realize this is what happened with the Drora? I just didn't see it because I was in the cathedral.
No.
Or a cathedral?
You have no clue.
This is different.
It's very different.
So Glyph, he looks at Galmia and it's like, these appear to be some very ancient trees.
Yes. Although the sides of the cliff have weathered away, the roots of these trees have kept this from falling.
Yes, they have. It's quite impressive.
Nature is capable of all kinds of things.
It truly is.
She starts to walk back towards the main path.
Make up this way.
Yeah, that's good.
Alright.
She looks at you.
Galmia?
Are you having fun?
I don't know. It's an experience that I never thought I would have.
She looks at your shield. I suppose not.
Do I offend you with my presence?
Not at all. I'm grateful for it.
As am I.
After all, it's not everyone that gets to be blessed by the presence of Kiri. He walks directly over the far one. Behind him. Move Galmia up to 6 tiles, wherever you want.
Going into that direction.
That's good.
Okay.
Who wants to move?
No. Glyph's gonna continue to try to stay within 1 tile as long as the crowd lets him.
Okay. The crowd is thick, but it's okay. Zawara moves directly to Galmia's other side as she's getting left behind, she feels like.
I would imagine them seeing a towering Ransour, they would kind of move.
Oh yeah, they all know the importance of what's happening.
I'm going to the tree that she touched in Sekuros just to connect with it for a second.
Okay. Make a religion check.
19.
As you go to it, what do you do?
I'm just gonna, look at it and press my palm against it.
As you touch it, the tree starts to wither and dies, and then turns black, and then turns to ash, and then falls off the cliff. And then you break out of it, and it's back. Stress point.
Stress point. Ugh.
Do I notice that?
I'm really confused. So I'll kind of walk back with the group.
Okay. Vale comes up behind the Ransour, knowing that the pathway is getting a little tight for him. This guy moves to right there. Back diagonal one and forward one. There you go.
Okay.
He,
I was gonna ask if I could roll, see if I even noticed something yet or not.
yeah, roll perception.
Alright.
Do we want to say that's north? This is south.
Perception. So that's
Yeah,
gonna
we'll do
be
that.
18.
18. You see as he reaches into the air and clanks 2 short swords together.
Do I, like, in that perception, do I notice, like, as it being, like, part of a ritual, or does he look threatening?
Insight.
Insane. 19?
He's a warlord.
A warlord? So is that, like, bad?
It's a warrior class.
Warrior class?
Remember,
Alright, so
lots of people everywhere.
So he's gonna at least, alright, so Glyph's gonna, I guess he would notice, Vale behind him. He'd say, Vale, we got some, a rowdy bunch up there towards, the north? The north. Do you see them?
Oh yeah, I see them all. They're moving around in weird ways.
Is this something that we should be concerned with?
Stay close to her.
This one in the back moves to the next dip to the east. Up to the one that goes out like that.
Which one?
That goes this way.
Okay.
One more tile forward.
Yeah.
Okay. And then when he gets there, the girl that's next to Ronka drops down to the ground and puts her hands down onto the ground, and around her feet a sigil appears, and it's a magic sigil, and from it, all of the 4 sconces light up, and they are from them they burst into flame, and the people go ooh ah ooh. What are you doing?
Does this feel like it's natural, like it's supposed to be part of the event?
Make a insight check.
So that's gonna be 23.
Okay. You definitely wish it wasn't happening, in the sense that it adds more danger wherever none's needed.
Mhm.
So that's what you feel.
So he's gonna just be extra cautious because of it then, and just trying to keep an eye out for what's going on.
Who else is doing anything?
He's just probably gonna try and get a little bit in front of her to clear a path for her.
Okay.
He's
Also
gonna,
prevent people coming closer.
Glyph's gonna just mention to Galmia to just, to be observant.
Of course.
Would I know if fire is one of Hecate's symbols?
It's definitely not.
It's one of courses, isn't it?
Vigilant, that's not what I wanted to use. I don't think of the good words. I wanted to say vigilant, but
Galli moves 3 tiles forward.
So I'm right in front of her though, so.
Okay.
and Glyph's gonna try to stay hot on her heels there.
Okay.
Do I know that that's not the right symbol? Does it feel weird?
Yeah. I mean, you can make an insight check. Or a religion check, actually. Again.
Is Valen trying to stay behind me as well?
Yeah, he's following. He's following behind you.
Pushing him away.
Okay, has everyone moved that needs to? Happy? What are you doing?
I'm gonna come up to the woman and be like, oh, that was a cool trick you did. Was it part of the act?
She leaves one hand on the ground and does a touch attack to push you with the other.
Okay, that's not nice.
17 to your AC.
Yeah.
You get pushed back 1 tile.
What was that for?
Stay away.
Why?
Who else is going that hasn't gone yet? The man that was dropping all the sconces steps into the middle of the path. It's a very threatening move. Anyone that sees it. This man goes past and behind the other sconce. That to the east. Yeah. Yep, right there. And this one walks to where he was in the dip. 1 tile forward. There you go. Has anyone not taken an action?
I haven't.
What are you doing?
Did I see Happy get pushed back?
Roll perception.
Oh, that's not. Well, it's a 10. Probably not.
And from the first 2 sconces, you would replace the dice in the back with the sconces and put these in front where the sconces are. Above the sconces, the summoning sconces, are 2 fire elementals appear. Vroom. These are different from D&D fire elementals. These are spheres. They're circles. And statistically, they are lesser elementals.
And they're obviously threatening.
And people scream and roll initiative.
Yes.
Whoa.
I'm gonna get beat up.
I can comb a horse like nobody's business. That's it.
Let me guess.
No, this is 7. It wasn't 1.
Oh, okay, so I'm back here all by myself.
Please don't tell me I'm the only one with a good score.
Would you roll a 1?
One.
Nat 20.
I got 20.
Histion.
Yes.
What'd you get?
Not one. So I'm at 4.
Oh, you got a 4. Okay. Somewhat slightly better.
Not by much.
Glyph?
18.
Okay.
7.
22.
Okay. The enemies go first. The fire elemental on the other one doesn't have orders to follow that it knows how to, and it sees the guard in front of it, and it rushes up to it, and the bubble of the orb of the fire elemental moves onto him and burns him to a crisp, and he falls over dead.
Damn. These things are a little powerful.
Galmia's eyes go wide. Oh. The other one looks at the other guard and lights him on fire. He's still alive.
He's not happy.
Happy.
Do I see the fire beings?
The orbs.
The orbs. Okay. Well, I'm gonna push the kids back and tell them to go find somewhere to hide.
They scream, "Where do we go?"
Go back into the church.
Alright, Ajora and Ronka remove themselves from the battle.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
They tell the high level cleric on the inside of me.
Yeah. Go get her, bro. And then I'm gonna move up and see what I can do. Since I used up all my spells earlier.
The woman beside you cackles.
What's so funny?
This?
You really think this is funny? This is horrible.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna use hellish resistance, so I have the ability to go against fire. I'm gonna take out my dagger and try to see if I can stab it.
Okay, you walk up to the bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Roll it.
16.
That is.
Alright. Let's see. 1, 4. Let's do 6.
Alright. And that's with slashing or piercing?
Slashing.
2 seconds.
Okay.
Glyph, what do you got?
So, Glyph is gonna... He's gonna try to pull, well, he's gonna use, as a bonus, he's gonna cast Shillelagh there on his quarterstaff.
Okay.
But he's gonna, he doesn't have a shield at the moment because he wasn't prepared to defend. So, but he does have his quarterstaff. But he's gonna try to, with his other hand, he's gonna try to grab Galmia and try to pull her away from because they're pretty much right on top of her. So he's gonna try to pull her away from them to try to get her behind him.
Okay. Make a touch attack.
This would be 18, I guess, because you
Okay.
just use them just.
You grab her and you pull her one tile.
So like, would we like swap places?
You can.
Okay.
Because you can use your move action.
I guess that would be his action there.
Yep. Okay.
Just sucks. They're only have 5 hit points.
The mercenary that he in the middle looks at you, Histion, and says, "Gotta tie her up. You understand?" And he takes his long sword, broadsword, and swings it at you. He misses. Whoops! Beside you, the warlord walks up directly beside you, and it says, "It's nothing personal." and he has his, what was it, 2 axes, I think?
Oh, I thought it was an axe and a...
2 short swords.
Yeah.
2 short swords, and he swings at you. One of them hits.
I thought he was hitting a shield before. Was
No,
he
it's
click-
2 swords.
It was 2 swords he was clicking?
2 seconds. 8 damage.
Man, these guys are gonna hit freaking hard.
Yep.
The man in the back puts his fingers up to his head, and those 2 sconces erupt into more elementals.
Do you have more?
That's why they're the fires right now. And now it is Glyph's turn. No, I'm sorry, it is Yngvi's turn.
I'm going to attempt to grab Galmia and fly away.
Roll and make a touch attack.
This is straight strength.
You got it.
Yeah, 16. 17.
Okay. You grab her, and then Vale is going to decide how he feels about that. He failed his save, and he tries to grab her also.
Well, that wing sort of went at that point.
And he can't actually grab her right now. So he doesn't like it, but he's the only one that saw. So you still have your movement. You can't fly away with her, she's too heavy, even though she's extremely light. But you do get her off the ground, and now you have your movement speed.
Just gonna go back as fast as I can this way.
Okay.
I try to avoid people, but
So where are we going?
I only have a 30,
Well, she was right there.
I ran forward.
So okay. So, but then you have your flight. So that's completely separate from your walking movement, right?
Is it?
No, it's the same.
It's gonna
It's the
count as the
same.
same. So I'll only have, I can move forward 3, back 3, right?
So basically, you would
I just move back to where I started.
be basically like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Good use of a turn. Galmia's like, huh! Histion.
Histion ain't so happy right now. The guy that actually hit him, this guy, he's gonna just punch him. It's 14. Does that hit?
It does.
Okay. Alright, and that does 5 points of damage, and then using my bonus action attack. That one.
Okay. You punch him, he's like, oh! And then you try to punch him again, and he grabs your hand, and he squeezes it. And he squeezes it really hard. He springs it before you pull it free. You can't use your offhand attacks right now.
Beautiful.
The guards that are left. Look, it's a mercenary team. This one goes up to her and crits her, and she falls.
That's good.
Does her little sigil go out?
This one is busy with the fire elemental. And hits. No, he misses.
Dang.
Vale says, huh, you can do that? Get her there.
Where's he pointing?
He's pointing to the cathedral. That's at the edge of the cliff.
There's no way I can fly over him though, right?
Yeah, you can.
I thought I could lift her.
I mean, you're like flying, you're not able to carry her away, but you're able to lift her, like, up.
I could go just like this kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. Okay, so
She may provoke some attacks of opportunity.
can I go this way?
Very scarily, yes.
Well, I'd rather go that way than over 2 fire elementals.
Very true. Okay. And he rushes forward to the first fire elemental and swings his spear, or stabs it with a spear.
Did I see Histion get hit?
Yes.
I could have cast a healing spell, verbal, for a bonus action.
He tries to get it and he
Wonderful.
misses. Zoara goes up to Histion, right behind him.
Okay. Please don't.
We have to fight our way through. Get Galmia through. And she touches you and gives you 5 HP.
Oh, that's nice. That's really, really nice.
Galmia, as you pulled her back, she takes her staff and she swings it and restores the guard's health that got burned.
This one over here.
Yeah.
Nice.
These elemental, they're floating, right? Floating orbs.
Yeah. Not as menacing as they look.
Still fire.
But apparently they can do damage.
Ooh. He's healed what he lost. Okay, cool. Top of the round. Elementals. It moves on to Vale. And he cries out, I'm weak to fire. And it seems to go past him and out over the ocean. Yep, right there. As it tried to go onto him but missed. And the other one is very fixated on that guard. And crits and goes out and is extinguished. Crit fails. Replace one of the other orbs, other skulls out of that.
Yeah, we can just. Can we?
No, he's still.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast a bardic inspiration on Histion. Try to give him that extra attack roll, so he doesn't hurt his hand again.
I need that.
Your sprain's not healed, but your HP was.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna
Got other limbs.
come up to him, try to do a sneak attack right behind this guy right here.
Is that a bonus action, Bardic Inspiration?
Yes.
Cool.
So, see here, and then just do sneak attack. So
1d4.
Mhm.
1d6. 1d6.
1d6. 18 or what is it? 22.
That hits, so it's 1d4 plus your modifier plus your 1d6.
Yeah. 5, 6, 11.
Okay.
Very respectable.
He's bloodied.
Stab him in the kidneys there.
I got him right in the back.
Yeah.
Backstabber.
Yeah, you got him.
Thank you, pink one.
You're welcome.
She makes a death saving throw, the girl does. And fails it. No, and passes. And the guard takes out a piece of rope and ties her up and stabilizes her. The mercenary goes up to Zoara and swings at her and misses. This thing's too heavy, it's not balanced, he says. The warlord turns to Happy. You're gonna pay for that. Oh. He slides over to the edge as he tries to do a double swing against you, and he teeters on the side, and he makes a dexterity saving throw.
You go.
Yeah.
And he passes and he catches his footing. And he drops the sword off as he was about to fall.
So the sword's in the ocean.
One of his swords, he has his other.
He's gonna just cast Ice Knife on this guy up here, I guess.
Okay.
So he can go 60 feet there. It's a dex saving throw of 13. So it's 5 damage. 5 damage piercing.
Is anybody,
I guess not. There's really nobody there. So I guess that doesn't, unless that explosion damage, I guess, would also hit him, right? Would that
it's
explode?
piercing damage?
Yeah, it's piercing damage.
And there's a space between him and the caster, right?
Mhm.
Histion. No, Yngvi.
Continuing at best pace towards the cathedral, I suppose it is.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so use Galmia as your base of where you are,
Okay.
and very tactfully, 60 feet. If you're not going to do any other actions. A stack opportunity.
But okay, then I'll go around.
Okay.
What was it, 3? And as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame.
You do that as a bonus action?
Yep.
Wow.
No, wait. Yes, cantrip. It's just a cantrip.
So you went 60 feet, that's your hold. I assumed you were only going, you double move.
Oh, I only can go 30. Yeah, I'll spend all my action just to get out of the way, so we're good. I could do Healing Word
Okay.
as a bonus action.
Who needs it?
Probably Troy.
Is that a group one or not?
It is one person I can see
Okay.
within 60 feet, which they're in range.
Okay.
I do 4 plus 3.
This is your first spell slot?
No, this will be the end of my spells.
So you won't have any more spell slots left?
No.
Okay.
7.
7? Really? Sweet. So I'm back to
It's
4.
drive-by. It's a drive-by healing.
Gonna run up, use my bonus action first to hit him.
Okay.
I could have completely ended the game by dropping her in the ocean.
I'm gonna go ahead and use that inspiration die because that looks good. So that takes me from 16, 18.
To hit?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Can you put a little Hadouken in it?
Not quite yet. Give me a few levels. That is 7 points.
Can we just like push this guy off the edge? You and I just shove
Thunder
him
Wave
off.
would have been awesome.
That's why I use my bonus action first.
Ah.
Is it good?
Yeah, you did damage to him.
Okay.
You hurt him pretty badly.
All right. And then for my main action, I'm just gonna push him off the edge.
I'm gonna help him out. We both come in.
So your bonus action?
Yeah, my bonus action is unarmed strike.
Okay.
So, because technically as a monk you get 2 attacks around.
You should know that. Played him for a while there.
I know.
So that would only be a 3.
Okay.
Push.
Alright,
So
so
that
that
would
would
be a touch attack.
you're like trying to get him
Or-
and he's like, you're not gonna throw me off this ledge. Galmia looks at what you're doing in horror.
She floating out over there?
And she's also terrified. Yeah, she probably doesn't even notice that. She's like,
Who's floating her? Are you holding her?
Yeah, I'm on her.
Oh, okay. I'm like, she's just floating there.
Yeah.
Hang on one
She's a floating
second.
girl.
this guard goes up in front of Vale and tries to attack that elemental.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
So he's standing on the cliff edge.
Yeah. He swings at it and misses.
Ooh.
He almost loses his footing, but he's good. Vale attacks it. Finally hits. That one disappears.
This
You
one?
replace the sconce with it. Zoara slashes at the mercenary. And she cries out, "You have to get her to the cathedral!"
Fly, Birdman, fly!
You'll be exhausted after this one.
Yeah.
Oops, wrong button.
Does that count?
It should.
I really think it's
She
just...
swings with her short sword. Oh man, she crit failed.
Oh. Oh
There's
no.
nobody within 5 feet of her though.
And the mercenary catches her sword with his broadsword and tosses it like that, and it flies off into the ocean. And she says, "No!" And then she's like, "Oh, I got my shield." And then she tries to hit him with it, and he just like catches it with the pommel of the sword. Galmia looks at all this, and she tries to make a will save to not freak out for being over the ocean, and she fails. No, I can't do this. Put me down, but not here, over there. The fire elementals. One moves forward and attacks the mercenary, moving on top of him. You don't have to move him at all.
Okay.
The other one turns around and goes for that man back there. And it does hit, actually. Ooh,
Damn.
Nice.
happy.
Alright. I'm gonna try to shove this guy once and for all off the edge. And it does nothing. One.
Nat 1.
You nat one?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you try to do to him? Shove him?
Yeah.
When you go to shove him, you do like that. Try to push him off.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do that, he catches you with his chest,
Mm-hmm.
but his arms fly out and he smacks Histion.
No. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, he gotcha. He catches you with the sword pommel that he has, and it catches you in the chin, and you get 3 damage.
Okay. It's not too bad. I'm okay.
He sees what happened, how successful he was at that, and he follows the pommel swing down with an attack. $15 to hit.
No, it does not hit.
You miss it.
Histion's not having a good day.
The mercenary, liking that Zoara is not as well a good place as he was,
As he was or she was?
as she was, not being armed with a weapon, tries to attack.
Apparently can't swing his sword.
It wasn't balanced for him.
And misses by a long shot. She laughs. As long as I have this shield, you can't do anything to me. And he gets a bright idea. The mage in the back. Let's see what he actually does. Because
If he's not already burned to a crisp.
he casts mage armor.
Hey, the mage in the back is a good guy or bad guy?
He casts mage armor.
That guy.
Well, it looks like the elemental turned on him.
Glyph.
Well, they're not that
Well, this one
smart.
turned on.
Alright, I have an idea, and I'm hoping something can be done about it. I'm not going for damage on the elemental, but I want to use druid craft, and I want to, because I can instantly light or snuff out a candle or torch or a small campfire, and what I want to do is try to, since he's right on top of this guy here, I want to try to expand his fire to try to damage the
Okay.
guy.
Blow it up.
You use it. Druidcraft on the elemental.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's not going to be huge damage, it'd probably be like, what, like a D4 or something like that.
So the orb of the elemental expands.
Expand,
It
yeah.
gets bigger.
It would only be briefly, though.
And in that briefness, it does send him a little bit.
This is what they're trying.
And he screams out in pain. Yngvi.
Making my way.
60
Oh,
feet.
yeah.
Six.
So that's 30, right? Did you go 6 tiles?
I went 6 tiles.
Okay. The mage sees what you're doing, and he makes an angry face.
I'll drop the
Angel
on
face.
top of you.
I don't know if I enjoy that.
Do it.
Histion, your turn. Oh, do you want to do an action?
I
Do you let her go?
Could you sling her over into the?
Get over
I
it.
mean, if I dropped her here, would she make it to the door in her turn? Then I'll do that.
Okay.
I tell her to run for the door.
Okay. You have your action.
Sacred Flame, which is a cantrip.
Okay.
On the mage that just gave me a bad face.
Cool. Are you ranged at him?
Oh yeah, 60 feet.
Okay.
He gave you the
No, I
stink
mean, are you
eye.
far? I can't tell where you are.
I am right here.
Yeah,
He is
so-
right there.
Is he 5 feet or more?
He's
Well,
more.
Okay, cool.
It's 10 feet ish.
Ish.
Yes.
2 damage.
Not bad for a cantrip.
And did you hit?
He has a dex saving 13. I'm sorry.
He passed.
I spit and fire at him.
It goes past him and it absorbs into the fire elemental, but doesn't increase its size or anything. Histion.
I'm gonna try and kick him and then punch him, so.
Okay.
Kick first. And that's a 9.
That does not hit.
Alright. Then the punch. That's 17.
Yep.
Falcon punch.
And that is 5 points of damage.
Oh, he looks worried. He looks like he's about to say something. But before that, it's Galmia's turn.
Galmia better be hustling her blue butt up the stairs.
No, she's not.
She runs into the cathedral.
Oh, really? I did not expect her to do that at all.
Listen, young lady, you better get your
I would say then that our mission is accomplished.
No, we're still out there.
Vale positions himself in all 3 tiles in the middle of the man and of the warlord and the mercenary.
Right here?
That works.
Is he facing one of them?
Yeah, he's facing them.
What is he on?
And he attacks the mercenary and misses, and attacks the fire elemental and hits and kills that fire elemental.
Pull it right off.
Pull
its
it right.
back.
That's the base, man.
Don't know your own strength there.
Pick it up. Oh.
Wow. How the
That's
hell did
hilarious.
I've been working out, man. Got me
Yeah.
going.
I'll use the good glue on it next time.
Our geomancer doesn't know his own strength.
I'm sad about that. Okay. And Zoara attacks the mercenary with her shield. And misses. I'm not fit to serve her. Galmia's gone. The soldier comes up and finds his way to the mercenary. You'll move him up to the mercenary. Yep.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's going next. He hits the mercenary, thankfully. And that one walks up to Laredo, the man, the warlord. He's on the cliff. And he tries to hold him. And he grabs him. And Laredo's like, I surrender. And he ties him up.
Can I throw in one extra thing?
It's the fire elemental's turn.
Okay.
And it sees that Galmia went into that building, and it moves toward the building.
Set the blade
And in the process, it burns. It tries to burn that man, that mage.
I was wondering if that one was trying to stop all this from happening.
And is successful. Happy.
Finally. Okay. I'm gonna do one quick thing. I'm gonna try to punch this guy since he's tied up a little bit lower than the belt because I'm super. He hurt my friends. And it is 17. No. It's just 13.
What's your damage?
It's strength.
Yeah, so it's
Plus.
0.
Okay.
It still hurt.
It still hurts even if it doesn't do damage.
What was that for?
That was for hurting my friends.
I'm okay.
Glyph. You are very far away from your Hecate.
I know, there's not really much that I can do to get there. Everybody's in the way. But I can pass through allies, so...
That one spot will take attacks opportunity from the mercenary. Oh wait,
No, it won't. He can go right
the
through.
mercenary surrendered too. I forgot he had a turn.
This one surrendered?
Yeah.
You want to act that out real quick, or no?
Yeah, he says, I give. Boss gives, I give. Boss, we give. I already gave.
Just checking.
We give.
Alright, then he's gonna move his full distance, or... He's gonna come up, I guess, behind this guy here.
Okay.
And he's gonna swing his, because I guess he's a bad guy, right? I mean, that's what we've come
I don't
to
think you
accept.
interacted with him at all.
Do I know he's a bad guy? Because I don't know if he's actually done anything.
You've seen him get attacked by the elementals, so maybe not.
True.
But he didn't do anything to ward them off, too.
I mean, I attacked him, but
So-
doesn't mean you have to.
You attacked him though?
I did, but I didn't see. That was the first time I saw him. I wasn't taking any chances. He gave me a bad
Well,
look.
is it like too late to like roll to see if I saw him attack him at all, or?
Yeah.
Alright, so.
This is the time.
Alright, well, for some reason I was thinking he knew that he was a bad guy, so I don't know, maybe, because that's 25, I guess 30, so it'd be about that close. That's about all I can do to get up there then.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you could take your bonus action, dash or rush or whatever, right?
Or
Can't you
take
dash
your
or
action.
dash?
Yeah, couldn't I?
Double move.
Yeah.
Double move.
I mean, you'd have to run through the fire elemental, but
Yeah, can I is that fire elemental blocking the doorway?
Yes.
Well,
But
then
it
it
doesn't
just
really
wouldn't be,
have a front
it wouldn't be a smart move to do. So he's just gonna move his movement there.
you can't create water, can you?
Not yet.
I think so.
Okay.
Besides, all my spell slots are used at the moment.
Yngvi.
Yes. I drop my shield and make my glaive as long as it expanded
Okay.
so it can attack 10 feet.
Okay.
So try to pop that elemental, or at least get it away from the door to keep it from burning everything. Leave
Miss.
it.
Huh?
I'm a war cleric.
Oh.
Ain't getting up that easy. I can do it 3 times.
Okay.
But I figured I was using it wrong the other day. The first time I used it with you, I can only use it once per round. So like I can do 2 more rounds an extra attack. I can't do like all my attacks at once. So 15 plus 18.
That hits.
1d10 plus 1. 6.
What kind of damage is that?
Slash, it looks like.
Okay.
Is that the slash symbol?
Yeah.
Okay.
Histion. Your enemies have given up. The mercenaries are not tied up yet.
Why is not? And I'm gonna dash through. Can be right up next to him, and I'm gonna attempt to double dash underneath the fire elemental.
As soon as you do that, the man that is beside you smacks you with his staff.
Okay.
Tries to catch your heel,
See.
and he misses. So you don't even feel it. You don't see it. You know he's an enemy now.
I don't know who's enemy now.
Told you he was no good.
You're trying to go into the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get past the fire elemental and turn to protect
Okay.
Galmia.
As you're gonna try to duck down it to go underneath it because it's an orb, make a dexterity save.
Okay. Feet's still fixing it.
Some Glyph's not.
It's 14.
All right, that passes, and it does get an attack opportunity against you, and it misses. You enter the cathedral with Galmia.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stand in front of Galmia, in between.
The door's closed. And if you close it, do you want
Yeah.
to leave?
Yeah. Door's closed.
Cool.
If I have that ability, door's closed.
Okay. You remove yourself from the battle.
Yep.
Galmia's team's turn. Vale moves up. And he says, "Your friends gave up. Are you going to give up?" And he says, "No." Vale stabs him. He misses both times.
Got it.
The guy like
He's sassy. I like him.
Zoara moves up to the fire elemental and tries to attack it with her shield. And misses. I don't understand. I'm having a bad day. This isn't me. Galmia's on the inside and she's good. Fire elemental hits Zora and misses. Happy.
Let's see here. Okay, so these two are guarded by the soldiers right now, right? Okay. I'm gonna move up with the rest of the crew here. And I'm also gonna throw Bardic Inspiration, because I have 3 slots I can use that on Yngvi. I forgot your name.
Why?
Because
Alright.
reasons.
The soldier goes and wraps up the other mercenary,
Okay.
and the mage. You realize that he is a thaumaturge.
So we can speak very loudly.
I can do a lot of things.
No.
It's a magician.
He looks at you, Glyph, and he says, "Jump."
Jump.
And make a DC 14 save.
Like what kind of save?
Wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw? Sweet. 21.
Sid.
He looks at you and says, "Jump." And how do you respond?
Take my staff and knock him in the head.
Stupid.
Alright, we'll hold your action. Actually, it's your turn. So
That is my turn.
You should just jump straight at my.
Yeah, no. So yeah, he's just gonna take his staff with both hands and he's just gonna try to knock him as hard as he can right in the head, right in the face. So attack.
Yep.
Be 19.
That hits.
What is that? 7 plus 3 so 10.
Nice. You hit him right in the middle of the head. He's bald, by the way.
He's bald.
So, you know, he has a ring, like he has a smooth, like tanned face, almost as if he was from your town. You're like, no, he's not a Ransour, but almost as if he's from there.
Give him that concussion. I feel that music pouring through my.
It's more like, go
Blade
you!
around and try to attack the fire element again.
I'm just gonna be this team's cheerleader.
That's what a bard is. What is the inspiration give me?
1d6.
To hit or damage? To hit.
To hit.
21.
Nice.
Yay!
And 10.
It looks like it's about to diminish.
I'll attack it again then.
Can you?
Yeah.
I got my extra attacks. The war cleric thing I was telling you about.
Oh, you can keep doing that.
I can do it 3 times, but I can't do it 3 times at once.
Nice. Cool.
Do I still have Bardic Inspiration? Does it last a certain time or just 1?
1 minute.
Oh,
Or no, for just for
use it,
10. Yeah,
it's just 1 turn.
yeah.
Did you roll
12.
your d6 after it?
That does not hit.
Wait, is it bonus action? Can I cast that cantrip, or is that my turn? No, I used that attack as a bonus action. I'm sorry.
Vale runs up to the mage, and he says, "Leave this guy to me and Solara. We'll guard the gate. We'll guard the door. Get with Galmia."
Say that to me.
Everybody.
Everybody.
You mean the lady that can't hit?
Bad chance.
And he does a double spear attack again, and the guy dodges out of the way.
You have to get knocked in the head. Like that.
Zoara comes up behind him and flanks with Vale, getting advantage. And she smacks him on the back of the head with her shield.
Now he's got to be seeing stars.
He's gonna get a concussion at the end of this game.
Mage armor is pretty good.
Put him in a coma.
Knock a couple points off that intelligence score.
She says, "He's too strong. Go. We'll hold him off." The fire elemental. Who's near the fire elemental?
I'm on the
So,
other side of the door.
Histion
And
and
the whatever he is.
He turns to the fire.
Wizard dude.
He turns on the
the
thaumaturge.
magician.
Yeah.
Missing him. Happy.
Let's see what I'm gonna do. I'll throw my last bardic inspiration towards Glyph.
Okay.
So,
Cliff has bardic inspiration.
And
Yes,
that's
he
a D6,
does.
right?
The
Yeah.
mage, the thaumaturge, casts a magic missile on Vale. And 2 pins just come and strike Vale, pins of magic. And he chuckles and said, "I barely felt that." The mage grimaces. Glyph.
I don't want to take a attack of opportunity though. He's weak.
you also got bardic inspiration, so.
Yeah, no, but he's gonna use a bonus action to pass off his sickle to what's her name?
Did you turn that into a... No, you didn't.
No, the sickle. The sickle's like just I was using. His preferred is the quarterstaff. The sickle. So he's gonna pass off hopefully as a bonus action, right? To what's her name there?
Zora?
Zora.
So,
His sickle, and he's just gonna attack the what you call it there?
the magician.
The magician there.
Thaumaturge.
He's a magician.
She thanks you.
Alright, so 18.
Yes.
6.
Well, if I choose to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You can use that on attacks.
You can use it as
Saving
for
throws.
damage or only on the attack roll.
One ability check, one
One
attack
attack.
roll, or one saving throw.
Okay. So then, so then my D8. 8 damage.
To the thaumaturge?
Yeah.
This isn't right.
Very
Yngvi.
good. Yes.
You sure?
Attack the elemental again.
Okay.
Mm, 13.
Oh, so close. Misses.
I'm gonna use my last extra attack then.
Okay.
Oh, God.
It disappears, and you glaive through to the thaumaturge as well.
Making sure it wasn't
So roll your damage on the thaumaturge. Wow. That
What, a 10? What?
I rolled crit on. I rolled a 20.
Yeah.
Nice.
You stab right through the mage, and he falls dead on your weapon. And you hear a roar of thunder. And as you see, the life drains out of him. Roll perception checks, not Histion.
Sorry.
It's that I'm being a good boy.
10.
I got high enough.
What'd you get?
Perception, it would be,
Like a 13.
what is that, 22.
Okay.
Okay. As he has killed this person, you look at him, and you see his hair turns even more white than it already is.
Oh crap.
And his above his eyebrow, as he's like this, like attacking this guy, he gets a little line right here.
He does? He gets older?
Oh no.
As the thaumaturge falls dead on the ground.
The thaumaturge of Kuros.
The Hecate has judged him, and you can have a point of stress
Yay.
as you realize that you have gone against this the deity, the ruling deity.
How many do you have now?
Well, there's mine, and then there's the one that's ruling.
No, the
No, stress points.
Oh, 3. Yeah.
So where are the stress points going on? Or just getting
Till he
older?
turns.
All right. The soldiers run up to the body, and they see what you've done.
I pull my glaive out, collapse it, and walk to Galmia.
Hey, you! Who are you? They head after you, and Vale do you enter the building?
Yes.
Vale steps in front of the building, and the guards say, "He has to come with us. He has committed a crime against against the people." And Vale says, "Can't let you in there. Don't you have to get those prisoners back? We should be taking 4 prisoners." Bill says, "I can't help you. My commitment is to the Hecate."
He saved your Hecate there. How could he possibly have committed a crime?
It was murder.
It was not murder, it was self-defense.
It was still taking life.
And he disappears on the inside. The guards look at all of you and don't really understand what they should be doing right now. But they listen to Vale, and they go and pick up the 3 that are still alive.
Glyph's gonna go in there and make sure that Galmia is okay.
Okay. And who's still outside?
Me.
Alright. You see
He's just
that
kind of shaking his head like, stupid gods.
you see that one of the guards comes back and looks at the body, and he picks some things off of it.
Excuse me, sir. What are you taking from there?
Well, seeing what he's got.
Oh, you're gonna loot my corpse?
Maybe some identification, see who his family is. His name's Capulet.
Capulet. Is that important?
Well, we need to know who's dead.
Well, I knew that. Is there anything else of importance here?
I don't think so. A dagger, you want it?
Yes, I would love one. I lost my other one.
He tosses it to you.
Can I inspect the dagger, or is it?
It's a bronze dagger. It's
Oh.
a regular dagger.
Oh.
He pulls the body a safe distance away from the cliff, and you all head in.
What happened to the kids? They're just in the church.
They are left behind.
They did not need to see any of that.
They really didn't.
They're singing songs with the level 20 cleric inside.
Alright, so we do not need the 3 prisoners or the soldiers.
Or the dead guy.
Yeah. Well, they did that.
Or me, I can't go in.
Oh no, he let you in. He didn't let the guard in
No,
after
he
you.
didn't let me in, right?
Oh yeah, he says, Zoara and I'll stand guard out here. You guys make sure she's safe.
So Happy even concerned about the children at all? When is she gonna notice?
On the run. We're over here.
She's seen some incredible crap here.
Those guys right here.
Hello.
Zoara and Vale.
When you want them?
Right here.
Yeah, it was pretty dramatic today.
So as the doors close back behind you all and Vale kind of looks in but curves his curiosity, you hear a voice that says, "Welcome, Galmia, to the Cathedral of Thoughts." And you recognize the voice as Sky's.
Sky. We could have used your help outside.
I have instructions. Just you two right here, in the void of the end of the episode. I have instructions not to leave the cathedral until the Hecape comes. I don't think I need your input on how to follow those orders. And she looks at you sternly. Make an insight check.
Tell me, maybe. 15.
She's very angry. After all, this is not your task. It's mine.
Agreed, but your Hecate would not have made it in here if it were not for her friends.
She looks arrogantly at you and she says, "Arriving safely at the Cathedral of Thoughts is part of the task."
It's almost as if you set that whole thing up for her.
Not me. She turns her back on you and looks at all of you. And she says, "Welcome to the Cathedral of Thoughts. Shall we begin?"
That's it. Cool.
I find
Freaking Valkyries.
well, I find it
Right.
interesting that you got a stress thing there.
We all do,
No,
but you.
murder is against the ways of the gods. You sin. That's like the sin. I didn't intentionally kill the guy. It was just a crit.
No, I think
No, but
I
it's
think
like-
he's talking about your stress levels that like.
Well, no. I find it like I understand it being a sin, but I mean, Glyph like, see it just because he thinks they're stupid. He follows Gaia, so he sees that as just stupidity.
He's
Here it is,
closely related to the laws of the gods.
he here he is. He's protecting this Hecate that and
It's
this
a
guy
lawyer
that's
thing.
supposed to be this she's supposed to be worshiping this one here. It doesn't make any sense to him at all.
It doesn't have to.
And it's just ridiculous.
It's like a lawyer committing a crime. It's like completely. I don't know. It's just I didn't intentionally do it, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Cathedral of Thoughts.
Shall we begin?
That's what this is in here?
Yeah.
It's kind of like,
Oh, my legs.
It's really